The question is whether tap water, H2O that comes out of the taps in our house, out of our faucets, is an electrolyte or a non-electrolyte. When we talk about electrolytes, we're talking about a substance that dissolves in water or another polar solvent, and it produces ions. Because these ions are in the solution there, in the water, they make it possible for electricity to be conducted. So when we look at tap water, it's not just H2O. It's a mixture of different things, mostly water, but it has a lot of other things dissolved in it. So these are some of the substances, some of the ions that you'll find in tap water. And a lot of that depends on where your tap water comes from. So if it comes from a well, you might have more of these electrolytes, maybe more calcium in the water, calcium ions. If it's from a municipal supply where it's treated very heavily, it might have different electrolytes. But tap water, we have the H2O, and then we have these things dissolved in it. These are electrolytes. So we can say that there are electrolytes dissolved in tap water. And for that reason, it will conduct electricity. So where do these electrolytes come from? Let's talk about just one. So if we put calcium chloride in water, it would dissolve. It's a soluble compound. So it dissolves into calcium ions. Those are Ca2+. It's in group 2 on the periodic table. Calcium forms 2+ ions. And then the chloride ions, Cl, and that would be 1-. And we'd have 2 of them. So when calcium chloride dissolves in water, it forms these ions, so we have an electrolyte. And the solution will conduct electricity. So we can say that there are electrolytes dissolved in water, because an electrolyte is a substance that dissolves in water, produces those ions, conducts electricity, something like calcium chloride. But what about water, just pure water? Is that an electrolyte? The answer is that H2O is a very weak electrolyte. Just a few of the molecules will break apart into H+ and OH-. So just pure water, very, very weak electrolyte. Compared to the other electrolytes we looked at earlier, these would all be strong electrolytes because they dissolve completely in water. This is Dr. B answering the question whether tap water is an electrolyte. It contains strong electrolytes that produce these ions here, for example, but just the H2O is a very, very weak electrolyte. This is Dr. B, and thanks for watching.